Coming up on the News Lowdown today, the amazing sci-fi horror film Sharknado is now a game. Greg's going to tell us what the Big Boy Advance is, and Alien Isolation brought the 1979 Alien cast back together. The News Lowdown starts now. Hi everyone, I'm Elizabeth Panners with The Grid Gaming, bringing you today's News Lowdown. Sci-Fi and the Asylum just announced that Sharknado will be a mobile game for the iOS. Sharknado, the video game, is an infinite runner and it looks pretty ridiculous with sharks riding on top of taxis. You need to feed them buckets of fish to avoid dying. You're given a broadsword and can equip a chainsaw to attack the Sharknado. If you haven't seen the movie, here's a quick look.
Tornado's heading towards the airport. We need to destroy it before it gets to them.
So, will the game be as cheesy as the movie? We'll see. Sharknado 2 is coming out at the end of this month, so maybe the game will be coming out around the same time.
Let's go kill some sharks!
If you own a 3D printer, listen up because this is seriously pretty cool. Evolve is coming out October 21st, but you can now print out the characters in 3D in advance. They look so neat. They don't come out absolutely perfect, but you can trim them up after, and they come out as your very own Evolve hunters and monsters. The link for the downloadable files and instructions is in the description below. All right, now to Greg. He's going to tell us about some WoW and also what Big Boy Advance is.
Big Boy Advance. So you remember on Monday we talked about the greatest handheld console, and it was a pretty resounding yes, and you guys in the comments even said that the Game Boy Advance was your favorite. So the same guy who brought us the 18-in-1 console last year now has done the Big Boy Advance, which is an 8-inch screen for the Game Boy Advance, and it looks amazing. It's fantastic, and the coolest part is you do not get to own it. He's only making it for himself. That's just the way he goes. He's just a cool modder guy named Backman. So moving on to WoW. I was a big WoW head. Raise your hand if you're a big WoW head. Couple people out there. So, do you guys remember Upper Blackrock Spire, one of the most fun instances? Well, I sure do. And they're changing it, but they're changing it for the better. They're making it updated for level 100s. It's a 5-man instance now. That's crazy. It used to be way more than that. And there's a little Easter egg. Remember when Leroy Jenkins ran in there and he got his butt handed to him?
Well, it's a lot better than we usually do.
All right, thumbs up.
Ready, guys?
Let's do this. Leroy Jenkins!
Oh my God, he just ran in.
Well, in the background, they threw his body in there, just a little homage to Leroy Jenkins. So back to you in the studio that I am not next to you in.
Thanks, Greg, who I can't see out of my peripheral vision. Dragon Age fans who missed E3 this year, listen up. You can now check out 16 whole minutes of gameplay footage for the award-winning new Dragon Age Inquisition. Here's a quick sneak peek for you. That's just a short look. To see the full 16 minutes that was shown at E3, you can click the link in the description below. Dragon Age Inquisition is scheduled to release on October 7th, 2014. Alien Isolation has brought the original cast from the 1979 sci-fi horror movie Alien back together. Sega just announced the pre-order bonuses for the game, which includes mission packs that feature the voices and similarities to the actors from the movie, including Sigourney Weaver, Tom Skerritt, Veronica Cartwright, Harry Dean Stanton, Yaphet Kotto, and Ian Holm, and I'm hoping I pronounced at least 80% of their names right. Titanfall and Battlefield 4 both have new DLC expansions coming out soon. Be sure to tune in to Friday's new update show to learn what exactly you get with the DLC and for other game updates this week. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, I'm Elizabeth Panners with The Grid Gaming. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at GridElizabeth and also on Facebook at Elizabeth Panners, and I'll see you later.